If you're looking for a video from a guy you don't know, talking about two people the American people don't know, not answering questions that they were asked, then this video is for you. Hello everyone, and welcome to Discourse Politics. Tonight, the vice presidential debate took place, and if I had to sum it up in 5 words, I would say that they followed the 5 Ds. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. They seemed like they didn't want to stay on subject, and Mike Pence didn't want to answer questions. Tim Kaine just went on the attack, which sorta is strange, but we'll get into that. Before the debate, I wrote on the Discourse Politics Facebook page that most think VP candidate Democrat Tim Kaine will get the best of Republican Mike Pence. My guess is that this is going to be a bloodbath both directions. The amount of baggage both candidates, Trump-Clinton, have is staggering. The VPs could literally have 2 different conversations about how terrible the other candidate is and would be as president. And then I posted a link to the Politico article that talked about insiders, but this is just one of many articles that assumed that Kaine had a lot better chance of winning simply because Trump is such a flawed candidate. But I think that they couldn't really see through their bias that as long as Pence kept his cool, as long as he just stayed somewhat normal, he would look a lot better, especially if Kaine was on the attack. This guy named Chuck Todd, who is a talking head, if you don't know who he is, he's a talking head. He made a point that I actually agreed with, which is that the debate was about Tim Kaine continuing to put Trump-Pence on defense, and Pence's goal was to normalize, meaning he wanted to make Trump-Pence come across as something that is palatable to the American people, and he wanted a normal debate where it's 2 candidates talking about issues. And this set up the perfect scenario for neither candidate to actually answer questions. I've always thought that debates especially were somewhat annoying because they never really answered the questions. They always got their talking points in, but it just felt like they were never in the same ballpark as what the question was asked, so much so that the moderator made a joke about it because they kept answering questions back and forth of each other, or not answering questions back and forth, but just talking back and forth, almost doing sort of what I predicted that they would do, which is having 2 different conversations, or at least guiding it to 2 different conversations. The best part, though, is towards the end, Mike Pence kept dodging the attacks by Tim Kaine, which were really annoying, by the way, those Tim Kaine attacks. But Mike Pence kept saying, you want to go there? I'll go there if you want me to go there, but I'll go there. It had the feel of like somebody who like acts like they want to fight, but they don't. Like you want to go? You want to go, bro? And then all of a sudden, you're like, okay, well, let's go. Let's step outside. Let's go fight. No, well, I was just kidding. It was clear that Pence didn't want to take the bait, and it was clear that Kaine was on the attack. As for who won the debate, nobody cares. No one cares about vice presidential debates except for nerds like me. But nobody outside anyone watching this video cares who won, and quite frankly, I don't think either candidate won. I think they both somewhat accomplished their goals. Tim Kaine wanted to go on the attack, and Pence wanted to deflect those attacks and look sane, considering who's at the top of the ticket. But I mean, if I was forced to pick a winner, it would probably be Pence by a little bit, and maybe I'm just biased because I kind of predicted that the person going on the attack, especially when you're in the lead. I think Tim Kaine and Hillary Clinton are in a decently solid lead. You don't need to go on the attack, and I think it looked kind of strange to continue to go on the attack when you have such a good lead. But if I had to choose one, it was Pence by just a little bit. But that could just be my bias because that's kind of what I predicted beforehand, because I think in a really, really, really bad race like this, the one who looks the most presidential is going to win because nobody likes Clinton, nobody likes Trump, and the guy who looks the most presidential is going to win, and that definitely was Mike Pence tonight. And if you made it this far, I'm going to leave with the funniest part of the debate. It had to be the Mike Pence when when Mike Pence said, you whipped out the Mexican. I can't even get through it. When Mike Pence said, you whipped out that Mexican thing. Whatever, just watch it.
In the fullness of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump says women should be punished, or Mexicans are rapists and criminals,
I'm telling
or
you.
John is not a hero, he is showing you who he is.
Senator, you whipped out that Mexican thing again.
And as always, thank you for watching. This move has wreaked havoc on my notes and my cloud storage device. Several things that I need to make my videos. So I'm struggling to make my third video, which I was hoping to have out by tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. As always, thank you for watching Discourse Politics.